Hello, in this video, we'll be learning about how to create your own social media website in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, also using the uh, Google Sheets. Also, we are going to link with the help of sheetdb.io. So, first of all, I'm going to show the demo of this website. So, you can access this website link. I'll give this link in the description part. So this is the website that we are going to create today. This is a header part, and you have some buttons, and here are some of the posts which was posted by the users. So first, this was the first post by the user, and this is a recent post by the user. So you can see the title and one horizontal line, and you can see the publisher name, and you can see some description. Also, if you want to create like this, you can click this create button. So then you will redirect to a new HTML page, fill your post like that. So this form is not created with the HTML, powered by sheetdb forms, and you're going to fill the name. So I'm going to fill the name as Rishi, and I'm going to fill the name title as what, like coding, and this means instructions. Okay. So this is a small description. Now I'm going to submit it. It's loading. So it's saying a thank you. So if you go to the back to the home page, yeah, it's showing that it was created a new post which was coding and created by Rishi, and the description. So this is what our website will look like. So let's quickly start go with the uh, creating the website. So first of all, you have to open the Visual Studio Code and click this open folder button. So then you will be redirecting to default drive. So I'm going to go to the D drive. I'm going to create a new folder, which was named as social media website. Okay. So then I'm going to open it. So I'm going to select it, so as the folder. So it was created in a new thing, right? So now I'm going to click this S, and I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to create a new file which was called as index.js, index.html. First of all, sorry, it's HTML file, and click the enter button. And you want to create another one of file which was style.css and script.js. I think so. Let's start with the HTML part. So here, click this exclamatory sign. Then you will get a default code here. So then enter the title of the website. So let's name as Edgebook. So then I'm going to take a next thing. So I'm going to link with the Bootstrap. So you know what is Bootstrap is? A Bootstrap is a place where you can, which will simplify our CSS part, which means styling part. So let's go to the Bootstrap. So it's Bootstrap CDN. So search for Bootstrap CDN. Even you can see here, right? So Bootstrap is a free and open source CSS framework directed as a responsive mobile first front end web development. It contains HTML and CSS and JavaScript based design templates for the typography, forms, buttons, navigations, etc. So then now we are going with those CDN, which means we are going to link this Bootstrap with our website. So not this one, CDN part, bootstrapcdn.com. So you don't worry, I will give this every links in the description part. So let's copy the CSS code, confirm that it is our latest version. So let's go to the Visual Studio Code inside the head. Before closing the head tag, now we are going to create one link tag here. So in the href part, please give this a link, paste the link. So now you have successfully linked our Bootstrap and our website. So now the remaining thing is that we need to create one tag called header inside the body tag, header tag. So which means here we are going to create another one division here, division dot head title. Head title is a class. So Instead, we want to create one header tag here. Instead that I want to create another one division tag here. So I'm going to give one h1 or h2 tag. Let's give a h1 tag itself. So here I'm going to set as edge book. So let's test our website now. So just right click and open with the live server. So it will go with the live server immediately with our default browser. So here you can see the hedge book is displaying, right? So just like it's showing here, hedge book. So the next thing is that I'm going to create another one division class. So let's create another one a class. I mean the division part, which was called as, name the class name. Class is equal to head button. Let's keep as btn, which means the button. So inside this division tag, I'm going to create another one, a tag here, anchor tag. So in the so this means the buttons. We are going to create one button named the create to create that. So let's create this. After opening the a tag, just enter the create name and close the a tag. So in the href part, what you need to give means the let's create another one html file which was called as create post dot html. Here we are going to create post. So in the index.html, go to the a tag href. Please paste that link, which means dot slash create post.html. So then what I'm going to do next means, so that's all for this head part. So let's go and test it. Yeah, you can see here, right? There's a hedge book name, and you can see one button here. So now we're going to customize with the help of the css. For that, what we need to do means, so let's go to the folder, the show code. So let's go to the style.css. So here, not this one, go to the style.css and just keep everything margins margin 0 and padding 0. So then what I'm going to do next thing means, so next we're having the header part, right? Header tag. So for the header tag, what we required means the background color is going to be in a blue color. So let's select some color with the help of this RGB. So let's have this darkness. Okay. So after this background color, what I'm going to do next means the next thing is to, so the next thing is to do that we need to set the height of this one. So height maybe 120 pixels. So let's see what will happen. So let's reload it. Actually, this style.css is not linked with the index.html. So for that, what we need to do means, so let's go to the inside the head part. We need to link this one. So link rel href is equal to dot slash style.css. So now if you reload that, yeah, you can see this, right? I think this height was too big. So for that, what I'm going to do means, so let's go to this one and go to the css. So height as 100 pixels. Also let's decrease more, 80 80 pixels. 80 pixels, okay, right? So now what I'm going to do next means, so then I'm going to set the padding of this one. So padding just like this one. So for that, what we need to do means, just we need to set the padding. So for padding, let's keep this padding 10 pixels, 10 pixels. So then what I'm going to do next means, after padding we need to keep the display is going to be grid, so which means a grid type. So then a grid template columns, also make sure that it's a 24 fraction first, 24 f4 and 1 f4 and 1 f4. Okay, let's see how it will look like. I think we got the output that we need. Yes, right, so it is here. So now what I'm going to do next means, so we need to see that color as white color, right? So let's see color as a white, not which it's white. So let's check it. Yeah, its color is in the white, right? So then we need to change the buttons color. So for that, what we required means, so let's create another one, header. Header in the CSS. So header button. So which means we need to do a styling for this button alone. So I think it's not button. So let's keep the a tag, header, a tag. So a tag, what we required means the background color is going to be white color. So then the color is going to be black color. So let's see what will happen. Yeah, it's right. So now what we required means, so let's see another one thing. We set the height with 20 pixels. I think so. This will create only some difference in this. So now we are going to use bootstrap here. So for that, what we required means, so inside this a tag, so after this href tag, use the class it was named as. So let's go to the bootstrap. So for that, go to the get bootstrap.com. So if you go to this here, so then you can get one buttons, right? So let's search for buttons. Button, you have different button styles here. So we required a light color, right? So for light color, what we required means the class is btn hyphen light. So that's what we're going to use here. Class is going to be btn in space btn hyphen light, which means it will be in the light color. So let's check how it will look like. I think we got a required output, but we don't require this one, I think so. The style.css. So let's remove that. Let's remove this too. See how it will look like. Yeah, now we got the required output for this header part. So then we need to do for this displaying part. So for that, what we required means go to the social media website, go to this index.html. So now after this header tag, so now we're going to create another one section, or let's create one division tag itself. So if you created a section, it will be better. So section called display. So better we can create with the division tag itself, don't need of section. Let's create this division. The tag class is going to be display data is the class name, and id is going to be, id is equal to display container, display container. So here only we are going to display our data. So now what we required means, so let's go with the create post part. So let's create that one. So finally we will come to the script part. So let's go to the create hyphen post. So here let's create a default code here. So then you will get some of the default codes, and just name the title as create post, and after you done this, let's create one h1 tag here. So let's create with a division, which means we can get some more efficient. Let's create with info form input, like that, form input. So here, after creating this one, let's create one h1 tag here, so which was named as post, fill the post, fill the post. After you done this, now what I want to do next means, so let's create one hr tag here. So for this one, now what I'm going to do next means, so we are not going to create a form with the html. So we are going to use a cdb.io platform. So for that, we need to go to the cdb.io, and we need to log in. So let's go to the cdb.io. So you don't worry, I'll give the link in the description part. So now you need to, using the google account, I'm going to sign in with this one. After you log in with this one, so it will show like this. So let's click this create new. So which means now we need to link with the Google Sheets and this one. So for that we need to create one Google Sheet here. So go to the docs.google.com/spreadsheet and click this blank button. Once you log in with your account, so let's click this blank button. So name your f- I mean the Google Sheet. So I'm going to name it as social social media social media website hyphen data db. So then I'm going to name. So after giving this everything, now what are the things we require is username. So we are going to name one column as name. Then we require a title. So let's keep it as post. Then post title. So then we are going to have on details here, all for these attributes. So now we're going to copy this url from this address bar. So let's copy this and go to this api -cdb.io. So now I'm going to do this, I'm going to paste it here and click this create api. So the api was generated successfully. So just copy this one. So better, let's go to this go to api view. So here you can get and create html form, right? So just click this button and you can give some details here. So now what I'm going to do means, so now I'm going to set some details for creating a form with javascript, which means automatically it will create some codes. So this everything is required for us. So I'm going to tick it everything, and type is going to be text everything, and label is name, and instead of post I'm going to set as title and details. That's all, and placeholder is empty, is going to be empty, and width is going to be 300 pixels, and align center. Background is transparent according to this one, and after success message it will display. So this is how our form is going to look like. So now I'm going to click this generate code. So let's give the width as 500, right? Yeah, it will look pretty good. So let's click this generate code. You can do according to your convenience and just click this create generate code, and you can get the script source or api, I mean the javascript code, and you need to paste it inside this one. So at the end of your create post.html code, please paste it here. So I'm going to save it. So let's test our output by opening this one. So for that, go to the hbook and click this one. Yes, right, it's displaying this in the center. And if we click this name, so like I'm going to name it j and hi something, submit it. Yeah, the data is stored in the Google Sheets. So now we successfully linked our website and the Google Sheets. Now we're going to display with the css and the other html forms, so according to our convenience. So now we're going to go to this social media folder, website folder. So now what I'm going to do next means, so here form input is there, right? So after the title tag I'm going to create one style tag. So here I'm going to create this, I'm going to call this dot form input class, and I'm going to set the width as 40 vh and margin top auto, and we'll be having the padding 40 pixels. I think something is wrong with this one. So the mistake is, I think padding I front top. I think it should work now. So margin, not margin from top, is auto margin auto. It's working, right? Also, if you want, you can link it with the bootstrap. So for that, just copy the code from this index.html and copy it and just paste it in the create hyphen post.html. Just save it and let's go with the website and see how it look like. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's look pretty good, right? So now we successfully done for sending the data from the front end to the back end. So now we're going to receive the data from the back end to front end. So for that, we are going to use the JavaScript and somewhat CSS codes too. So now for that, what we require means let's create one script tag in the index.html at the bottom of the code. So if you want, you can use the scripts.js, but in this video, we are not going to use the script.js. So let's close it and let's go to the bottom of this code. So now what I'm going to do here means, so let's create one script tag here, create one script tag and then to close it here. So here inside the script tag, what I'm going to do means, actually script tag is okay. So here I'm going to create one var. So better you can consider as a constant variable. So for now, let's keep it that itself. So let's go to the Google and search for the fetch API JavaScript. So here from the first link you can get this, right? So you can go to bottom and you can see this code. Just copy that one and go to your Visual Studio Code. So let's paste inside this script.js. So just you can customize the code according to your purpose. So now what I'm going to do means just we'll do that. So take this example.com/movies.json that you need to remove that fully. So instead of that, we are going to replace with our API key. So for that, let's go to this cdb.io. So here we'll be having this one, right? A spreadsheet. So click that. You can get this API link here. Just copy that and you can fetch the data from there, from this API, right? So now what I'm going to do next means, so if you saved and if they give it as a console.log the data. So if you go to this one, go to the hbook, then if you reload, so let's go open this developer tools here, developer tools. Actually it's displaying the datas of the or Google Sheets. So let's go to this Google Sheets. So let's display some, let's give some name and post as coding and details as something. That's all. So now we saved this. So now we're going to the hbook website, and if you reload it again, yeah, it's showing some details right in the console panel. So we are fetching the data from the database and displaying in the console panel. You can see the zero name is J and post details every data. So now we need to display it in the user interface. Now we are just displaying in the console panel, that we need to display in the user interface. So for that, what we are going to do here means, so let's go to this one. So let's totally remove this code, console.log, this one. So let's create one curly brackets here. Inside this curly brackets, what I'm going to do means, so here we need to, actually now we need to create one a variable here, and we are going to display in that. So let's click that, create one a variable called data this. Data this is equal to data dot reverse reverse function. So why we are using the reverse function means, the data that we are going to collect from the Google Sheet is going to be the old to first, which means whenever user opens the website, the first with the oldest post will be in the first place. So the user don't require the old post, they require only the new update. So we are going to use the reverse order, and we are going to display the first as a recent update. So now after this, we are going to use one if condition. If data this data this is more than 0, then that time what we're going to do here means you are going to, for that what we want to do here means, so let's create one curly brackets here. So in the curly brackets we are going to create one var. So which the var is going to contains of this this variable is going to be contained, let's name anything like tourist. Tourist means for displaying, so make sure it's empty. And after this what we're going to do next means, the next we required is, and we're going to create a for each, right? So data attribute, so dot for each function, for each data, for each. So in we're going to name our attribute as u. So for just for an example, so u equal to greater than, so here use the curly brackets. So now what we're going to do means, so here we are going to create, we're going to store the data to the toDis variable. So toDis this is equal to, let's use this sign where you can get this. So now I'm going to create one division class, division, and the class is going to be, class name is going to be like each display, each this. So after this, after creating this division tag, so I'm going to create one h2 tag, so which will contains of this title, or yes, title of the post. So let's name, so use this dollar sign, so use this curly brackets. So inside this one what you need to do means, you just use the attribute element u dot so u dot name. First data is name, right? U dot name. So then close this h2 tag, h2 tag. So now we are going to use, after this h2 tag we are going to use one horizontal line, right? So use the hr tag here. So then you're going to use one, after a horizontal line we are going to create one h3 tag or h4 tag, so for displaying the username. So for that use the dollar sign here again. So dollar sign curly brackets, curly brackets. So here use the attribute name u dot, after name we are having the post, right, title. So then after displaying this we are going to actually the first one is going to be the post because title is that, right, post. And second in h4 only we need to display the name, also not simply name. So before the dollar sign give the by, so after by give this everything. So now we are going to close this h4 tag, sorry, h4 tag. After doing this we'll be getting this and displayed here. So after that what we required means, after the h4 tag we need one paragraph tag, so which will have this uh, dollar sign and the curly brackets, and close this paragraph tag. So inside this curly brackets you need to enter this new tag which is a attribute, and you'll be having a details, right? So that we are going to display here. I think that's all for this javascript code. So we are having this one, right? So let's test I think so it's not displaying. Yeah, actually we are just stored in the variable, right? We didn't display it till now. So for that what you required means document dot get element by id, which id means, so this id which we created, right? So display underscore container, so just call it here display underscore container. So dot inner html is equal to this to this. That's all right. So let's test it now. It should work. Why it's not working? So I think so. I mean, after this data disk, so just give dot length. The dot length was greater than 0, then only it should do this works. Just save it and go to this one. You can see the data output, right? So now we are going to customize the data with the help of the css. So let's use inline css, not external css. Inline css. So before closing this head tag, use the style tag here. So here just open the style tag. So then what we need to do here means, so now in this style tag, so just call this display container, display container, or just call this display data. Just call dot display data. So here just call this other attributes like uh, margin auto, margin auto. Also before that, keep this width as 80 percentage. It has 80 percentage margin auto, and we'll going to keep after margin auto. Then we need to keep this padding as 50 pixels, 0 pixels and 0. So after that, what we required means, so then we required uh, display grid. Display is going to be grid. So after grid template columns, and we're going to use the repeat function. Why? Because we're going to add some repeated posters, right? So then repeat autofit, autofit it, autofit comma, and min max function. So here just keep as 300 pixels and 1 fr, 300 pixels and 1 fr. So then what we require is justify content in center, content in center. So then we require the grid gap is going to be grid hyphen gap. Gap is 10 pixels. So then just that's all for this one. So if you see the code, everything in the center. So then what we require next thing is, now we need to do the codes for this uh this each disk. So dot ex, each disk is going to be, this is going to be background color is going to be dark light gray. So let's set that gray here. Yeah, right. I think this gray is okay. So after setting this gray, I'm going to set the next thing is what we required for this one is, so the next thing what we require is, so width is going to be 80 percentage, 80 percentage, and height is going to be fit content according to the user's data. So then what we required means, so then we need to set the border radius is 5 pixels. And after setting the border radius, what we required is, so then we require the padding 50 pixel and 10 pixels. So then what we require is text align center, text align center. I think that's all. So let's test the website now. I think so width is too small, right? So now what we require means width is, let's keep 100 percentage. Let's see what will happen. I think the width is we don't need to set with the percentage. Let's try any other thing. So we are having this kind of thing, right? So let's increase the width that. So with any other formats, like, so instead of this percentage, use let's use 250 pixels. All right, it's pretty good. So then what we uh, what we require here is, now we have successfully displayed this. So now let's try we creating the post somewhat like with the username and title as something. So just small details. Let's submit it. Just submit it, and thank you. It's showing. Yeah, it's showing in a same line, right? So for that, what you required is, it's going to be auto hyphen fit. So it's not auto fit, auto hyphen fit. So let's see. So everything in the left side. So for that, what we required means, so now when you set the, actually here, after closing this paragraph tag, so we need to close this division tag too. I think that is a mistake we done here. So let's test that now. Yeah, now we are getting this right. So also I done some modifications in the style tag. So if you want, I will give this page link in the description. So also I'll give this published website link in the description too, where you can access from the view page source. Just you click in view page source, then you can see the codes of the website. So again I will repeat. So I will give one link of the website, which means hbookin.web.app. So if you open that link, it will redirect to this website that I have created. So just click the right tick and go to the inspect. So not inspect, go to the view page source. So then you can get the codes of the website. So I'll give every links, and we successfully created the website. So thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, make sure you click on the red subscribe button and the bell icon. And sorry for not uploading more videos for last 1 or 2 months. Why? Because I can't upload because of some software issues. So thank you for watching this video. Let's meet on the next video. Bye.